Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Twisted Plastic RC. Last time we replaced the rear knuckles on the car. Today we're going to replace the front knuckles and the hub carrier groups here. So everything is slightly different than doing the rear. So if you've done the rear, please pay attention to this one. It's a little bit different. There's extra pieces and stuff like that. So same situation, we have preset our ball joints in here from the last time, and we have also put the sealed bearings in there, so we won't need the bearings out of here. We won't need the ball joints. We've already got those going. Now, much like the other one, there are some different adjustabilities you can do. So you have two different areas here to change your angles, and then you also have two different ones here to change your angles. I just set them up to be what stock would be, so nothing too different there. First thing we're going to do is remove the set screws, and that's going to be with our Phillips 1. Of course, I've already taken the wheels off. That's pretty simple. If you can't figure out how to take the wheels off with a screwdriver, you probably don't need to be holding a screwdriver. So let's get right into it. Now that we've got our set screws out, we'll use a bobby pin to push out the small pins from underneath. And we'll do the same thing on both sides. And then using some needle nose pliers, we'll pull those pins the rest of the way out and just set them off to the side. We do need to reuse them, of course. So now your hub carrier and your front knuckle will just free float out of here. Your axle will be hanging down, but it cannot come out until you take the hub carrier off. So we're going to pop off the camber links and the toe links here just by pulling upwards on those, so that whole piece comes out. Now you will need to unscrew these two screws at the top and the bottom to be able to separate your hub carrier and your front knuckle. So once you have those two screws out, your hub carrier just comes right off there. And then your axle can pull out. Again, it'll probably come out with the bearing, so you want to pull that off because we're going to reuse the stock axle. And put both those bearings over there. So when you're putting these together, the pieces are virtually the same. So you just want to make sure you set them up the same way. So you need your ball joints to be on top. So we're going to use not this one, but this one, because that's going to sit in the same fashion. And then our hub carrier will sit like that. So number one thing we need to do is put our axle back in. And then that fits tightly in there. Of course, if your bearing pushes out, just push it back. And then you'll slide the axle through the hub carrier and then hold it together while you screw those back on. And then you want to make sure it screws in easily. You do not want to strip this stuff out. And then snug it, but not too tight because it is aluminum. Of course, we don't want to strip that. So everything should move freely side to side there. And then we can pop those back into the camber and toe links. These ones can be a bit tough to pop in, so you may want to use some needle nose pliers. I'm just trying to avoid it if I can because I don't want to mar up these new pieces. It also may help, and we're going to try this first before I go to the needle nose pliers, to put this little pin back in first, just to hold it in place while I snap that camber link back down. When you put this pin in, you do want to make sure your drive shaft is sitting in the differential where it's supposed to be. That way you don't have any issues there. And that did give us just enough leverage to pop that back in. Now this whole front hub carrier and knuckle has been replaced. We can move on to the other side. Same situation, we already took the pin and the set screw out. So we'll be able to just pull this out and pop upwards on the camber links to get those disconnected. And then with the power of fast forwarding, I will save you some time. All right, guys, we've got all that connected. We are back to where we're going to put our pins in, so we can get that camber link attached a little bit easier. So you just want to line that up as best as you can. We're going to fast forward until the point where I get this put in because that'll drive all of us insane. All right, there you have it, guys. We have the new HR hub carrier and front knuckles in there. So we've got the rear ones done. They look great. Front ones to match. Everything looks great there. Of course, being aluminum, it's going to be a little stronger than the stock parts. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, of course, put them down in the comments below. And till next time, thank you guys for watching.